Okay. Happy Thursday. So we've got some new stuff to show you today, but I just had a box show up, so I have to go unpack just a couple more things to show you for today. I will be back in just a couple minutes while you guys sign on. So hang on for a minute. Okay. And one more thing. All right. Oops, I forgot my laptop. Ah, so much stuff going on. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm coming. Almost there. Okay. Now I'm ready. Oh, it's like crazy. I've been waiting for this package from Hero Arts to come since Tuesday, and the FedEx guy just drove right on by Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'm really excited that it came in, and everything's already checked in because we were expecting it. So, but there's some really fun new stuff that I want to show you. So let me just get logged into Facebook here. And okay. Alrighty. So hi Diane. Hi Elizabeth. Hello, hello Barbara from Connecticut. Welcome. And hi Veronica. Okay, you guys. So I am just gonna kind of delve into it. So see, what do I want to cover today? Okay, so we actually got 2 new board programs from Hero Arts. And the first one, excuse me, features hot foiling, and then the other one features some pretty cool stuff. But yesterday on Facebook, I put out, hi Tammy, I put out a little thing. I had to run out, but we just got these guys in. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys about this because I'm actually kind of excited about this die. And I'm going to pop it open to show you guys what's cool about it. I was trying to see if I actually knew where mine was, because mine's already open and used, but who knows? Who knows at this point? Okay, so, but let me tell you guys, the when we did the Stamp and Stencil tool, you know, big introduction and all of that kind of stuff, there was a bunch of different stamp sentiments that we had out as well, because we got a lot of requests for them. And so this one is from the same designer. This is from Pete Hughes, but those ones I think were called like Sunnyside Sentiments or something like that. And this one is called Good Vibes. So great price point on these sentiment stamps at $12.99. And they stamp really nice, but what's nice about them too is this is a really popular way for sentiments to be now, is with like one big focal word and then some little words that go with it. So this one is nice because the fonts are easy to read, they're nice and clean. So it's got Sending Love Your Way, which is nice because that's kind of a love one, but it isn't a Valentine's-y love. Let Love Shine, that's the one that we used on here. Choose Happy, so very thankful. Sending Hugs, which is perfect. Life is Beautiful. Wishing You Joy, which is, there's one of these in, hang on. I think it's, yeah. I'll bring these 2 over also because I did just get these ones back in stock. And, so these were 2 of the ones that we had in that big promo. So some of you guys got these ones already, but the Wishing You Joy from this set here was a really, really popular one because it's really pretty with that mixed font. And then, so it's nice too that Wishing You Joy, we have it in something that's much smaller. And this one, this size would fit on like a little circle punch type of a size if you just needed it on a little tag or an embellishment or something. And you've got Oh Happy Day, Wishing You Joy. Oh, we've got it twice actually. Oh, that's awesome because this one has it with a different focal word. Find Your Wings and Fly, Be the Rainbow, and Sending Happiness. And for those of you guys that are going to be doing celebration cards in June, or maybe you're going to be doing, you know, a mini album or, you know, scrapbooking or those kind of things. But Be the Rainbow, that is a fantastic sentiment for, you know, June themed pride cards or inclusion cards or just, you know, anyone who needs some encouragement on, you know, living their life as they wish, kind of a thing. So, and then we've got, these guys are both $12.99 as well. So, you've got a beautiful Hello Friend. This one with the Wishing You Joy is number 8. And this one is number 5. And this is, you've got Oh Happy Day. And then you got Have a Wonderful Day. And Thankful for You. See the Beauty in Every Day, and Sending Well Wishes Your Way. So these 2 were quite popular, number 8 and number 5. Okay, and then this one is Good Vibes. Now, this die set, though, you guys, I am so loving this card. When I saw this card as one of our samples, I thought, oh my gosh, that is fantastic for like Northwest Guy cards, that kind of thing, because you can do so many different things. But what I want to tell you is so all of these different papers here, see, we've got like, we have a glitter paper in that beautiful navy. We have a shimmer paper in navy. We have a shimmer in what's like maybe a eucalyptus or a mint or something. All of those came from one pack of the Spellbinders Opulent. And it's the pack that has a navy, a eucalyptus, and like a blush pink. It's stunning, those three colors. And so I don't have any in stock at the moment, but I will get some on my next order because that set is just gorgeous to use on its own. But what I wanted to do is also show you guys why this scene building set is phenomenal. So, hi Vicky. Okay, so I couldn't find mine, so we're just gonna kind of get this guy out of the package, please. There we go. Okay. All right. So, first off, what we did, you guys, you remember we were talking about a couple weeks ago, the clear masking paper that's not paper, but it's like a plastic kind of a stuff from Sizzix. Well, so what we did here is all we did was cut it into a rectangle. And I am not set up to demo today, but I might try to show you guys how to do this because this was awesome for creating this background and really, really easy. And then this one here is just, you know, a circle punch or a die. But what's cool about these, okay, is you get, how many do you get in here? Like 8. So you get 8 different scenes, okay? So you've got the cityscape, which we don't necessarily, we didn't use it in this one, but you've got sort of like a grassy hill that isn't necessarily grass. And then you've got one that has little tufts of grass, okay? This one has, I guess, oh, it might be easier to see what they look like here. So this one has kind of just a little bit more texture up and down. And then you've got a couple of mountains, okay? So you've got this mountain, and that mountain, and you've got clouds. So what's neat about these though, is if you are a scrapbooker and you're looking for something to go all the way across, you know, like a border, these ones are going to be able to do it because they don't have an end, okay? So they're just a continuous die line. So once you go ahead and cut this, then you can just line this end up with where this one ends, and you can just kind of keep cutting until you get your strip as long as you want. And also because they don't have a bottom, you can make the die as tall as you want when you cut it, which makes it so that you can do scenes like this one, and you can have the clouds in the background, then you can have these big, beautiful, bold mountains, and then you can have like the next layer down of mountains and then kind of the hill. So on this card, we used 5 of the 8 designs. And really because you kind of went with this tone on tone thing, it just gives you this stunning, elegant, and like outdoorsy kind of feel. But it is just gorgeous, okay? And then that's why we also got this one in, because if you're going to do a card that's kind of clean and beautiful like that one, this is a great sentiment set that goes with it. So I am so excited about the possibilities of these dies because a lot of times we get scene building stuff and they're a little bit more limited. This one, the possibilities are endless for going in length and height. But, you know, you are limited to the size of your die cut machine. That's your only limitation. So if you were going to do a 12 by 12 sheet, you would need to be okay with the fact that it couldn't be any bigger than, say, a 6 by 12. So you could still have it go 12 inches. But if you have a standard die cut machine that doesn't cut wider than 6 inches, that's the length. That's the limit of the height. Okay. So I hope that Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it, Tammy? Yeah, so, okay. So, there's that one. I'm really excited for this die just because, so many possibilities. And what's also cool, while I try to get this back in the packaging, is that, like, when you're doing a square like this one, the dies are actually, they're longer than that, right? And so it gives you the option to, doggone it, hang on just a minute. I've gotten myself stuck here. There we go. So it gives you the option to move the die this way or that way so that you can have, say, the mountains line up where you need them to, that kind of thing. And, oh, for fiddlesticks. Just go in, my friend. Just go, okay. There we go. We've got movement. Whew. Some days are like that. Okay. Oh, it's closed. Yay. Okay. So that's the one that I previewed yesterday. I'm really loving this because of the possibilities. All right. Now we are going to talk about the new Hero Art stuff that just arrived. So I have 2 boards to show you today, and each board only has like 4 or 5 different items, which is actually really nice when they do a board like that because it means that it means it's easier to kind of see what all is going on with the designs, okay? So let's talk about my favorite one first. I love this polka dot one. So this is a new hot foil plate from Hero Arts, and it's $18.99. It's a great price on a background hot foil plate. I had to double check the price because I was like, really? So fabulous price on hot foil, and you get these adorable little bubbles. And so what's fun about this card is it's just paper strips. I mean, and come on, orange, pink, and white. What a fabulous combo. But, you know, that might just be me. But I love it. The dots can be for so many things. And also, like, Spellbinders has a rainbow foil, which could be really fun with the dots as well. Okay, so that one is called Large Circle Confetti, and that one's $18.99. And then this one, I actually really like that we did get a sample of this one because look at how pretty fiddlesticks. Oh yeah, I curse like an 1890s grandpa. So this one actually, can you guys see the difference? This one is done in a matte gold foil. So see how shiny this one is? But so it gives this really pretty, like, elegant foil. And it is a nice thick line. But like when you look at the die itself, the hot foil plate itself, you're like, meh, you know. But then when you see it, it's actually really, really stunning. And they just added a little tiny bit of inking to, you know, help give it some color, but it's gorgeous. So this one's also $18.99, and this one, oh, well, it's called a peony. Thought it was a rose, but, you know, wild rose, yeah. We know I don't know anything about flowers. And then this one is the magnolia branches. So I guess magnolias are the flower of the season this year. I don't know, because Memory Box came out with a whole release of magnolias. So anyways, but this one is also got kind of a nice bold line. So sometimes it's actually really great to have that bold foiled look. And what's fun about when you hot foil like this too is that you can ink right over the top of your hot foiling, and it just works as a resist. So I'm guessing that's probably what they did, is just inked it after it was hot foiled. And usually that's the best way to go so that you get the best adhesion for your foil to the cardstock versus trying to foil over inks, because sometimes the resin in the inks makes it so that the foil doesn't stick as well. So, but since the foil acts as a resist, it's no troubles to ink afterwards. Now, the magnolia branches is also $18.99. You guys, fabulous prices on these guys. Like, really, really good. Okay, and then the two companion pieces that go with this board. You'll see it in a very light background here. It is their bold print. This one is called Positive Script. So it's got this really nice script writing, but the messages are all kind of positive. A lot of times you can't necessarily read what they put on the stamps anyways. So, you know, it could be this, it could be that, but it is kind of nice because if a little bit is going to show, it's going to be something that is a positive message. But what also is really fun about this that's a very different is you'll notice there's actually gaps in the writing. So typically when you get a background stamp like this that has, you know, handwritten messages or printed or something like that, it's pretty much constant. But this one actually gives you breaks for your eyes, which is different and quite cool and actually a little bit refreshing when you look at the background because you just have a little bit more room to breathe. But when you use such a light color like the pink on white, it doesn't stand out that much, but you can still read it if you wanted to actually like go in for more of a detailed look. So this one is going to be a cling rubber, and remember we did try it in our Sizzix stamp and stencil platform. We did try rubber stamps, so they absolutely will work in this platform because I know a lot of you guys have it. And for background stamps like this, I do like to use a stamping platform just in case you don't get a complete, oh, I think my laptop's going to die here in a few minutes. And just in case you don't get a complete stamp the first time, then you can go back with your ink a second time. So this one is $15.99 and it's called Positive Script. And then lastly, this one's $15.99. This one is one of the stamp and die combos that they put out with words. And I think this one is going to be great too if you're going to be doing like June support cards, pride cards, love cards, you know, anything, because it's, you know, you've got Let's Get Together, you've got Together Life is Better, but, you know, Stand Strong Together, We Shine Brighter Together. I mean, a lot of these are going to be great for doing with really colorful cards as well. So it's kind of arriving all at a perfect time. And I have to tell you guys, so I posted a picture of that beautiful rainbow of Lawn Fawn papers that we got in. So over the weekend, after I finished doling out all the gardenia stuff for people, I put the rest of it on a kiosk right next to it. We've got some gardenia open stock paper in now, and it is just a beautiful, colorful little, like, inspirational section. I'm just so happy with the way it turns out because the colors are so pretty and vibrant, and it just is like a happy little section. So if you stop by, go and check it out because I did spend some time sort of putting it together and kind of pulling some stuff. And the gardenia looks beautiful with that Lawn Fawn paper. So this one is $15.99 as well. And all of these are checked in and will be available for pickup tomorrow. So that is the hot foil board. Now, let's move on to this one. Okay. So this one, I don't remember what this one was called. But actually, you guys, this one, nicely done, you guys. This uses that same background script. This little bird card here, and look at how sweet these things are. These ones are, they've got these nice bold lines, which actually is really, if you like to color but maybe feel like you aren't super fantastic at coloring, these are the kind of images that are really, really great to put into your repertoire because you can color this bird. So like, let me zoom in so that you can see it just a little bit better. So this bird here, as he's, hi Brenda, as he's colored, right? He's just blue and then a little tiny strip of the dark at the bottom. And this one's just yellow with a little tiny strip of yellow. at, you know, just for shading. And then the bellies, because the lines are so bold, you really don't have to get that fancy. And they aren't very big, right? So you've got like Different is Beautiful, which is going to be fun. You've got Do Your Thing. And then this one with the little hat. He's so cute. And so this is the Hero Arts stamp and die combo. And this is how the stamps and the dies are coming from Hero Arts now. So when you're looking for the dies from them, they're just behind the stamps all in one. And what's great is by them doing it this way, there's actually some savings built in that before wasn't there when you got the stamp and the dies separate. So now we have the stamp and the dies, and it's only $26.99. Okay, so based on, you know, kind of the general price of what the stamps are, that makes the dies like, what, $11? I mean, that is a really, really good price for a stamp and die combo. So this one is called BU. And then we have a nice floral. And again, this one is going to have that kind of big, bold design with it. So it's easy to color, but you can see here that they, you know, they added a little bit, and these boards will be here for you to look at too. This one's also $26.99. So if you wanted to just get, you know, some florals to practice coloring and that kind of thing, this one is going to be a really great set because you've got all those leaves that you can practice with shading, and you've got some sentiments, and basically everything in this kit you can use just to make, you know, your whole card right there. And it's easy, easy peasy. That one is called Beautiful Day. Now, doggone it, I swear we had Beautiful Day from them. Or was that somebody else? I really thought there was already a Beautiful Day. Maybe it was maybe it had a slightly different name. I don't know. I get kind of confused sometimes. So, and then, okay. So next we're going to get into this one. So, I'm hoping this shows up. I can see that the glitter doesn't show up quite as well on the video. Okay, so we have this great little alpha set here. Now this one is $24.99, which is a pretty good price for alphas. But what's nice about this one, let me grab my ruler. So do you guys remember when we were looking for some kind of chunkier dies for the water transfers from Dress My Craft? These ones would work great for that as well. And it's a slightly different size than the one we had before. So they're going to be about 1 inch tall. So those others were 1 inch tall, but I think they were capitals. So you've got 1 inch tall on your lowercase letters with this alphabet. But so they're going to work great if you want to put some little water transfers, florals, things like that on there. But you could stamp on them. You could stencil on them. They're wide enough that you can actually see just a little bit of the image on the letter. So I think these ones are going to be really, really fun for doing some different techniques with as far as alphabet dies go. All right. And then this one. This is the one I ordered extras of. This is the one that I have had my eye on, and I am so excited. Okay. This one, my friends, is the weaving die. And so I am going to pull this out. I have not watched a video on how to do this, but I cannot imagine that it is all that hard. So I'm going to pull this out, and we are going to run through this one really quick because I am so excited about it. Now, it is fully attached on both ends, okay? But it is relatively flexible, so just be careful with that. And, oh, you guys, I have a huge mess on my table, but I want to show you something because I just found this out. I'm going to take this out for a second. I just found these fabulous bags for carrying your Big Shot. So I've got my Big Shot in here, okay? Look at this. It is sturdy. It's got a really, really strong bottom. And look at this fun design. There's like 3 different designs to choose from, but we have not had a carry storage bag for the Big Shot that fits. And look at how perfect this fits. You can put plates in here. You can put other stuff in here as well. and it is strong. So from memory, I believe this one is like $18 or $19 for the bag. I mean, really, really good price. So I am going to be trying to get some of those in. I have to do a direct order. It does collapse, Christine. Yes. Let me take my machine out and then I'll show you. So, because I want to cut the weaving die. So, hang on, let me move this out of the way. I just ordered one in because I wanted to make sure that it was the right one. So, okay, so hopefully you guys can see this. The bottom folds up, okay, and then the sides tuck in. Okay, just like this is the side. So see, it just tucks in like that. And it stores just like this. So it stores that flat. Totally, totally awesome. But it's rigid. That's as much as I can bend it. So the bottom piece that folds down is rigid. The sides are rigid. You've got nice, strong straps. And they're attached. Here's what's great is they're attached with the rivets. They're sewn here and here, but they're also down in here. So it is a very, very sturdy bag. I was, honestly, I was really surprised to find it. It's super fun and strong, and what a good price for being able to like carry your Big Shot around. So, yeah, I'll try and go find the pictures. So the polka dot one was the best one. There's one that has like they're all black, and then it has like a rainbow stripe across the bottom, and then there was a third design, which I can't remember. Okay, and it'll kind of depend on availability too. So let me grab my cutting plates. And okay. Yeah, I was pretty excited to find it because it really isn't something that it was kind of one of those things you don't really always know you're looking for it until you realize that, oh, there it is. Okay, I need a shim. Shim should be right here. It is. Okay. I wasn't actually planning to do a demo today, but once I saw that weaving die, I was like, yay, we have to do it. Okay, so I've just got a slightly larger than an A2 panel on here. Actually, it's quite a bit larger, but okay. So now for the weaving die to work, you're going to need 2 of them. So okay, well, wait a minute. Hold on. All right, my friends, it's clear I don't actually know how to do this. Hold on. You know what? We're going to do this tomorrow because I got to go watch the video. I don't know. Just kidding. It's not what I thought it was. I thought it was attached, but it's actually doing... okay. I think I know what we got to do. All right, I'm ready. You may actually only have to do it once if you've got 2-sided, or if you're doing tone on tone. Okay, I've got it now, friends. Hello. Now I'm kind of, okay. So here's what I would do. There might be a more efficient way to do this too, because I bet you they have a video and they've already figured this out. But since I didn't watch that, we're going to just try to MacGyver our way through it. All right. Okay. So I'm going to put some score tape on this side here, okay? And, had I done this straight, that probably would have saved me a little bit of work, but it's okay. All right. So what I've done is I've put some score tape right here, okay? And then we're going to do this on the blue side as the upside. But what you could do is you could either cut this a second time or you could use the back side. For today, I'm just going to use the back side because, you know, I think that'll be fine for demo purposes. So all you have to do is weave this through like that, okay? And then it is going to have one side up and one side down, okay? We're learning this together, so let me do one more. What did I just do with that tape? Okay. All right. So I think this will be actually the best way to do it. All right. So what we've got is one side up and one side down. We've got adhesive on both sides, okay? So I am going to just weave this back and forth. Now, what I would do is I'm going to tuck this all the way up here. And to secure that in place, let me pull this a little closer because I seem to keep pulling it towards me. So to secure that in place, what I'll do is I will just pull the backing up on the tape, make sure it's tucked nice, and then tap that down. And I can just put that right back while I'm working on it. And then I'll flip it over and make sure it's tucked nice and up there. And just like that, okay? So that has our first piece in it. Now, what I'm gonna do is, so this one was over, so now I'm gonna start under, and you can kind of move it along just like so, okay? So now I'm going to take this, move that right up like that. Now this one, I will have to pull on that side, okay, just like that, and then, hang on, helps if my fingernails are working, and then just like that. So now you can see where this is starting to weave together, right? So now this one we did under, so now we're going to go over again, and we're just going to go back and forth. Now it's easier too if you weave it right in the middle because you have more play. And so then we're going to tuck this right down. And, you know, as you go along, you may not even need to do the adhesive with each row if you don't want to. But it does kind of help put it in place also if you wanted to pause. So, you know, that part's kind of up to you, what you want to do with that. But, oh gosh, this is going to be so fun. Look at this. Oh, I love it. Okay. So my mom, when I was growing up, my mom was a weaver, and we actually raised sheep on the farm. Some of you guys might know that because I raised sheep in 4-H and showed them at the fair and all that kind of stuff. But we would shear the sheep, and then she would take the wool and spin it into yarn and then do weavings and such. So it's, you know, there's still some people that do it. I don't know if it's as popular, you know, as it was back in the day, but so this kind of reminds me, you know, of my mom. And she actually we lived out in the country, right? So she made baskets out of pine needles, and, you know, was a little bit maybe of a hippie crafter, but you know, that's what you do when you live in the woods. So okay, do you guys need me to keep going? I think that you're sort of getting the idea here of what we're doing. It's kind of one of those things that's almost just mesmerizing. Okay, so you just kind of keep You just kind of keep going. And then once you get the whole panel done, you can tape it all down, and then you do a, sorry, it's like hard to weave and talk at the same time, I'm noticing, because my brain is just like, this is so much fun. So look at that. Now, if you didn't want to do a ton, you actually could just cut it here. You could use that as your, like a little sentiment strip if you wanted to, but it's just that easy, you guys. And because you have the die that does it, like I taped the first ones, but you probably don't actually even need to tape it as you go along, because it does feel like it's holding in place pretty well. Okay. So that is this one right here on the board. And I'm kind of looking to see how they finished it, because I thought you would put a frame around the edge, but actually, okay, I am, okay. So what I'm seeing here, just if you guys are wondering how they did this, right? So when you look at this card, it's got this nice finished frame. So what I'm doing, this is the engineer in me that, loves to figure these things out. So I'm looking at the top, right? And the top is this top part of the die. But on the sides, when you look, it looks like the frame goes all the way around and it's all one piece. So it's actually this piece of paper cut. And what they did is, instead of putting like adhesive here, because I was thinking I would put adhesive and then die cut an A2 frame to put over the top, which would look gorgeous. But actually they went even easier. Okay. So what they did is the ones that go under, they left. And then the ones that go over, like this one, or say like this one, instead of having it go over, they just left that last one like this. And it's just one side. And then they just did everything underneath the frame on that side. And when you get all of those stacked up like that, it looks exactly the same, and it looks just like this, but you still get that basket weaving effect because of the dimension that you get for the basket weaving. Okay, so I don't know. Did that make sense, you guys? I hope so, because this die is freaking awesome. So I want to make sure that you guys understand, because I mean, seriously, like the tone on tone for that is fabulous. And not only that, but it cuts you some really cool strips. So let's just say that, where's my machine? Let's just say you also didn't want to do the weaving for a certain project. You just wanted to do the strips for something, right? So the other thing you could do that could be kind of cool is you could take a piece of paper, and now, mind you, you might want more strips than this, but you could just run some adhesive on the paper. And this is obviously just a quick makeshift demo here for you, but and you could do this, you guys, you could run this in all kinds of colors. It would be awesome. So you could take and you could put one stripe down, right? And then you could put another stripe down of another color and just have it butt right up to that one. And they're going to be exactly perfect. And then you can put this one. Okay. And then you can put this one. And for this technique, I would probably cut this in a couple different colors as opposed to using the front and back side. But most of the paper you'd use would be two-sided anyways. But oops, wrong. The reason is because you get the finished side on one, but for demo purposes, I think this actually is working out pretty good to have this duo color. And then I would take this and just stick it just like that. And just like that. And then on this side, you could take your scissors and just cut. And then what we have is a really, really cute, oops, I don't know why I grabbed like the biggest scissors in the container. These ones are too big for this, but whatever. Okay, and now look at that. You have a perfectly striped panel that can be any colors you want to match your design. It is just because it happened to be the size that I made it, but it's an A2 size, right? And so I could put it on a card base, and I now have like an interesting little landing panel to put, you know, whatever it is that I want. Or I could put it even behind, you know, embellishments or something like that. So these kind of dies are actually really good, not only for that cool weaving, but also because you get some other possibilities, which are really fabulous. Okay. So, what time is it? Oh, okay. It does look like a beach towel. Yes. Well, you know, maybe I planned that because it's such a sunny day. I didn't, but let's pretend that I did. Okay. So that's the weaving die, which is awesome. And then what I wanted to show you guys, we only have a couple minutes, couple more minutes, because I got a little bit behind by the demo. But what I'm going to just show you a quick sneak peek, and then we'll go through the rest tomorrow. Because I want to take some time, and then I can do a recap for you. But Ocean and Lavender are here. And so Ocean and Lavender are the two new color swatches from 49 and Market. And so we can go through this in more detail tomorrow. I only grabbed Ocean to show today because the Hero Arts board came in and I was really excited because I wanted to show you that. So what we have in is the 12 by 12 collection kit. And this one has 8 double-sided papers. That one is $12.99. And then it has a 6 by 8 pad, but you have a few less sheets than you do in like the Gardenia one. So that one's $8.50. And this one has beautiful, beautiful florals in it. And then we've got the envelope bits. This one has some really cute little envelopes and some fun little tuck-ins. We've got the laser cut elements. We've got the frames, the collage sheets, the rub-ons, and then these. And these are the ones I wanted to just really, really point out, because when I unpacked the box of Ocean and Lavender, these were the two that just like, because you guys have been loving these film strip frames, and the lavender one is gorgeous too. So if you stop by tomorrow, be sure to take a look at these lines. So this one really is an absolutely stunning teal ocean blue. So it's like kind of like a light teal, a little bit on the blue side of a teal, but the frames are gorgeous. And look at these leaves, you guys, the colors. Oh, so it's like all we saw were these digitally, and you know, they're beautiful, but when you see them in person, phenomenal. So fell in love with these, and the lavender ones just as gorgeous. So if you didn't order these on pre-order, definitely take a look at them again, because awesome. The other thing I want to tell you guys, because I learned this over the weekend as I was going through stuff, is that the color swatch collections that they come out with large, like larger collections. And then they come out with these smaller color swatch ones. And the color swatch ones, at least for now, have only 10 SKUs. So they're not huge, but these are the ones that have the film strips, just the skinny film strips. You get a bigger film strip collage or a film strip pack in the bigger collections. But this kind of a film strip is only in color swatch. Acetate leaves are only in color swatch. And the other one I get asked about a lot is the collage sheets. And these are only available in color swatch. Now, color swatch are designed to match, you know, various lines that they come out with and stuff. But I thought these were going to be a staple. They're not. These are also, when they're gone, they're gone. So eucalyptus is one that we are now running into that problem with. So it was eucalyptus and blossom came out. Those were the first two that came out with Tranquility and Rouge. And then we had Toast and Inkwell that just recently came out. And then Ocean and Lavender are the newest ones. So I thought it might be okay if there was something you wanted, if you know, kind of mixed and matched and delayed. But I'm just letting you guys know that isn't necessarily the case. So I still can reorder things, but when they run out, they are not making more. At least that's their plan. Okay, so I wanted to let you know so that you are aware of that. And we'll just kind of go through more of those tomorrow. But for now, I am going to do a quick recap for you, and then we'll call it a day for today. Okay, so we started with this fabulous scene building die from Sizzix. This one's $29.99. It comes with 8 different scene dies that can go as long as you want, this direction, that direction. I realized my hands were not in the video. And then it can also go as long as you need, as tall as you need, this direction. And it is only limited by the width of your die cut machine. Now, if you don't need it super long, but you do need it super tall, okay, they will fit through the die cut machine. So you could do this wide by 12 inches tall, if you so desired. Or you could do, you know, 6 inches tall by 12 inches wide. These are all if you have the standard machine. If you have a bigger machine, you know, sky's the limit. But so excited about this one. Awesome. And then this is a stamp set we haven't had in before. That is the, what was this one called again? Good Vibes. Good Vibes. And it's just kind of got that nice, clean font that goes really well with, you know, the mountains there. But I did also get back in stock Sentiments number 5, and that's have a wonderful day, oh happy day, sending well wishes your way, that kind of thing. And then this one, and the Wishing You Joy, I think this is the stamp set that's on, if you have the Layered Butterfly stencil from Sizzix, I think, or the Hummingbird, I can't remember which one. I think this is the sentiment that's on the cover of that. So this has been a very, very highly requested one. I didn't know where I was going with that sentence, but that's what I mean. Anyways, the stamps are only $12.99. So you've got Sunnyside Sentiment number 8, Sunnyside Sentiment number 5, and Good Vibes. $12.99 each. And then $29.99 on the Seascape. And then for the Hero Arts boards, just to recap, how is it? I haven't gone anywhere, and I've already lost things. Nope. Okay. So $18.99 on the Confetti hot foil plate. The Peony one is only $18.90. Did I say $18.99? All right, $18.99, $18.99, and then the Magnolia background, also $18.99. And we did talk about that, but they make a resist as well, so you can ink right over the top once they're foiled. $18.99 for each of those 3, and then $15.99 for the Together stamp and die set, which is going to be really, it's got nice sentiments for June celebration cards. And then this really interesting it's called Positive Script. So the things are written, they're positive, they're, you know, uplifting, that kind of thing. But as a general background, whether you need it for reading or not, it's different because it's got this cool script on it, but it has open spaces for your eye to rest. So it's not just continuous text. So that's what makes this one different and actually pretty cool. So that's the first board. And then the second one that we have is both sitting at $26.99, which is a phenomenal price for Stamp and Die bundles. Is we have BU, which is also perfect for June celebration cards because you've got different is beautiful, do your thing. You could make these into some very colorful, fun birds. They're quirky, they're fun, they're festive. Chirp up. That's funny. And you get the dies for $26.99. I mean, and that's like a good set of dies, right? Like, so, and dies are always priced based on metal. So the die and the stamp, really, really nice price. And then the Beautiful Day floral sentiment. And both of these, because of those nice bold lines, are going to be great for coloring. Also good if you want to stamp and emboss and do watercoloring, because you'll get really nice walls when you heat emboss, and that'll help keep your water in, okay? And then we have this great, what I would consider an alterable alphabet. So it's a lowercase alphabet, but they're an inch tall, but they're wide enough that you can do stamping, stenciling, you could do the water transfers, you could do rub-ons, you could do all kinds of things on those letters because you actually will see enough of them on there. And it's $24.99 for that alphabet. And then my favorite, which actually was a little bit different than I was expecting, but honestly, easier, okay? This one is $19.99. So you guys, what I thought when I was die cutting it, I actually thought that it would be connected at this side, open at this side, connected here, open there, so that you would sort of weave them together like this. But having it where the pieces fall out is actually quite a bit easier because then you can mix and match your colors like they did here, or, you know, it just gives you a lot more options. And quite frankly, it is a lot easier than, you know, but I'm known to complicate things. So that's what we have new for today. Some really, really fun stuff, you guys. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.